Welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the Bonus. We are here live on Twitch. Make sure y'all drop a follow to the Twitch to pull up to the live stream where we come and break down, analyze songs, social commentary, gaming, just cracking jokes, all that. If you want to come be a part of that and give me recommendations for songs and videos, drop a follow, links in the description and pin in the comments. Now, y'all see we are currently on The Heart Part 3. If you guys would like to check out my reactions to part 2 and part 1, go ahead. It's on my channel, should be right before these videos. We are at the last of the hearts that I have not heard. Now, I became a Kendrick fan around 2012, 2013. I was probably, how old was I? I had to be like, what, 11 or 12? And as soon as I heard his music, I was like, yo, this guy's hard. As I got a little bit older into high school, I started actually going through some of his other albums. I was actually in middle school. I vividly remember being in middle school in my middle school science class when Kendrick dropped, it was The Heart Part 4. So if that gives you an idea of like what age range I've been during Kendrick's career. And I've been just as much of a J. Cole fan as a Kendrick fan. And for J. Cole, I've actually gone back in his discography a while ago and listened to his mixtapes and earlier stuff. But for Kendrick, pre Good Kid, Mad City, I haven't gone back except for Section 80, which if you guys want to see that reaction, let me know in the comments because I already recorded the reaction a few months ago. Amazing project. But I want to do Overly Dedicated. So if you guys want to see that Overly Dedicated reaction, let me know in the comments. Pull up to the stream, let me know, Ciara, do that Overly Dedicated. And if you guys have any other song recommendations like deep cut gems that I might not have heard of like pre 2013, let me know. I will be checking out Rigor Mortis too. We're gonna do that one next. Now, on to part 3. First 2 parts were amazing in their own way. I don't really know what to expect for this aside from what I got from the other ones. But let's go ahead and listen to it. The Heart Part 3, let's do it. Okay. It's always a different vibe, man. And the samples he uses every time is like, I just love his choices and like the vibe and atmosphere in his music. Okay. Let him cook. Okay.
1, 2.
Sounds beautiful. W10. Okay.
1, 2.
Okay, this one's picking up a little bit.
1, 2.
Okay.
Turn the headphones up, Ali. 1, 2. You mix with Dre, right?
It's just smooth. It's smooth.
Turn the headphones up.
When the whole world see you as Pac reincarnated, that's enough pressure to live your whole life sedated. Find the tallest building in Vegas and jump off it, but I can never rewrite history in a coffin. So
damn, what a powerful intro. What a powerful intro. Look, man, we analyze and break this stuff down over here. If you appreciate that, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We don't do surface level commentary over here. We're gonna get all the way into it. Now, opening up, like I said, Kendrick, like I said in The Heart Part 1 and 2, his ability to help you visualize what he's saying, not just say it straight up. He didn't lead off saying, oh yeah, I'm the next guy up, and that be having me messed up, and I got a knife in the tuck, I want to slice and dice in my life. You know, he ain't say nothing like that. Okay, I'm just chatting, but like, that's the difference to me between like an elite lyricist and storyteller versus someone who just raps, like someone who's just able to rhyme words, right? The little play line I gave y'all, that's someone just trying to rhyme words, but he's able to paint a picture and rhyme and use his voice to help tell the story and navigate, the feelings and convey the feelings to the audience, right? So already I'm visualizing what he's saying. He's saying he's Pac reincarnated. When the whole world see what's Pac reincarnated, that's enough pressure to live your whole life sedated. See, in so many words, he's not just saying, oh yeah, y'all, I'm him, get my drugs from them, it make me want to end my life. But I thought twice. Like, he didn't do it like that, okay? You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing these little play Mickey Mouse bars, I'm trying to illustrate how if you're only focusing on the rhyming part of rap, you're missing a whole nother element of it, like the storytelling. And I'll say this again, I said this in the other reaction, that is every time. Kendrick has a very unique ability of having very high musicality and very high rapping lyricism skills. And that's not even including storytelling, being able to use his tone and bend words, you know, to make certain things rhyme, or bending his words to convey emotions, or how he really uses his voice in a acrobatic way to kind of give you all these different tones and feelings and emotions and expression. I'm not even including all that extra stuff, right? These are other like specialties of Kendrick specifically. But I said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of rappers might be able to do the lyric part of it if they write their raps, right? These days it's different. If they write their raps, they might be able to rhyme and do the rhythm thing. It's a whole nother thing to do it in a way that's artistic and musical in nature, where you're able to have this storytelling like ability, right? His tone in the rhyme already, it's like it just puts us in a space like we're reflecting with him. I don't know how else to say it, but he's able to convey so many emotions without putting it in the words. So outside of the words, he's already rhyming, right? He's already being lyrical, but on top of that, it's giving us a feeling. And I feel like that's something that's so unique. And like I said, Kendrick has a very rare combination of extremely high musicality and extremely high rapping skills. Usually the ratio is a little different, right? You'll get someone like a Kanye West who has extremely high musicality, but rapping wise is not there because one, he doesn't write all his raps, and two, he's not a rapper, right? But that doesn't mean he's not so artistic and creative and musically inclined. Anyone would be dumb to just say that, right? But then you have some other guys that have lower musicality, but maybe they can rap very well. I would say no shade, but like let's just say Eminem, right? It doesn't mean he doesn't know music. Understand what I'm saying? If you're a musician, you know, like I'm a musician, I've been a musician my whole life. I've grown up listening to all types of music, playing instruments. Just music is my life, right? So my fellow musicians or creatives, even if you're like an artist of some type, of writer, whatever, you will be able to understand what I'm getting at here, right? So like everyone has a different combination of skill sets that make them their unique style rapper, but Kendrick is such a rare person because a lot of rappers can rap, but that doesn't mean they have that musical like range. I would say they don't have that range, but Kendrick, he does, and it comes through in his writing, his storytelling ability, all of that. So let's go back, got an intro with that and start just saying that off the rip.
Building and reincarnated.
Turn the headphones up.
When the whole world see you as Pac reincarnated, that's enough pressure to live your whole life sedated. Find the tallest building in Vegas and jump off it. But I can never rewrite history in the coffin. So I'm talking to God, can you wash all these demons out?
And I love how he's really walking us through his mindset. He's saying it's a lot of pressure. He's being vulnerable, saying it does make you want to, you know, delete yourself. It does make you second guess, but then the thing that brings him back to reality is, hey, but if I'm gone, how am I going to reshape my reality? How am I going to create a new life? How am I going to tell these stories to help someone else reshape their reality that comes from a similar background? How can I do that if I'm not there? So that's interesting. It really does like give us a peek inside his mind.
But I can never rewrite history in the coffin. So I'm talking to God, can you wash all these demons off me? This last year been quite similar to a Lear. Control my own destiny, only rapper that steered. A G5 G's give high fives to me and say, Kendrick, just persevere. The presence of being real. As I lay in this four-corner room staring at candles, thinking how can I make an example for this generation of Compton. My biggest fear is not feeling accomplished or turning back to that same accomplice. My past life was a child with no act right, trying to smile in a room of killers turned into a crash site. Influenced by niggas that spoke the gang culture fluent, assuring that some blossom early and some truant. Thank God for the album I idolize.
I gotta go back and kind of look at that. He just said a lot. Control my own destiny, only rapper that steered a G5. right? So he's controlling his own destiny. He's flying himself, right? He's saying he's navigating his own life with, I think a G5 is like a jet, and he's doing it in style. He's doing it in luxury. You know, he's showing you he's doing it at a different level. It's not a car. He's not steering his destiny with a car. He's steering his destiny with a G5 jet. So then he says, Kendrick just persevered the presence of being real as I lay in this 400 room staring at candles. What's this? It says, paying homage to Scarface from the Ghetto Boys, who used this line, mind playing tricks in Mind of a Lunatic. Both of these songs are just paranoia and violence. Ah, okay. Then he says, thinking, how can I make an example for this generation? My biggest fear is not feeling accomplished or turning my back to that same accomplice. He's talked about this theme throughout his music. You know, survivor's guilt, or, you know, not wanting people to think he switched up as he gets successful. That is a heavy weight. That is a heavy weight. That can definitely get you overthinking. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Blossom early and some truant. Thank God for the album I idolize. It's dark and plus hell is hot. That's the start of this crazy ride. Two young niggas, me and Dave inside the garage. I thought we was Jay and Dame. That's the lane that we tried to drive. Truthfully, I just started rapping to get away. I never thought that your favorite rapper would won a verse. My nigga got hit 25 times with a K. Make the decision, ride the beat or ride in the hearse. Now punch is my...
Interesting. Thank God for the album I idolize. It's dark plus hot. That's the start of this crazy ride. Two young niggas, me and Dave, inside the garage and thought we was Jay and Dame. That's lame. Right to drop. Dave, he's talking about Dave Free, isn't he? Dave Free. Yeah. Drake really tried to make that a thing. Boring. Okay. That's the lane we tried to drive. Obviously, he's saying I'm driving in a lane, staying in their lane. Trying to make it. I never thought that your favorite rapper would win a verse. Man, got hit with 25s with a K, make the decision, ride the beat, right in a hearse, right? So he's kind of walking us through the environment he's coming from and the choice. Like, he clearly has two paths, right? If you stay where you're at and don't focus on the rhymes, that's kind of your destiny. You know what they say? You either end up dead or in jail if you in the hood, right? So he sees a way out. And it's interesting, right? Because I think this was like 2012, right? So it really is interesting to look back at this now and see like what mental space or what point in his career he was in. Like, this is just such a cool series to have, a series that you can continue like this.
25 times with a K. Make the decision, ride the beat or ride in the hearse. Now Punch is my mentor, Top Dog is the coach, J-Rock is my older brother. I was there when he wrote his name on his record deal. We had figured the coast would live on the pedestal once the shit hit the stove. Found ourselves scrambling, trying to figure it out. Soul told me that the record shop about to go on the drought. Q ain't got a place to stay.
Oh, he's talking about Absol. Talking about Absol. Q ain't got a place to stay and about to sleep on the couch. Okay, so this is kind of telling me, basically, you know, when J-Rock, he was around when J-Rock got signed and stuff, because I think J-Rock was on the same XXL cover as J. Cole. So he's saying, they thinking when J-Rock gets signed and everything, that's gonna be it. They set, they good. But then the whole time, they still, you know, couch chopping and all that stuff. But he said, we eating off each other, trade the dollar menu amount. So it's like, he's really, I just love the visualization of where they were at. It wasn't, oh yeah, we started from the bottom, now we're here. It's, nah, I'm telling, Soul told me the record shop about to go in drought. So it tells you the type of mentality they had after J-Rock got signed. They're thinking, oh yeah, this is it, this our break. Boom, once that record get out there, it's about to be flying off the shelves, right? Saying that's what he's saying with the, you know, the record store is gonna be in a drought. They're kind of like almost not quite personifying, but they're kind of like giving us an idea, right? If a record store is in a drought, that means all the CDs are gone, essentially, right? So that's what they think is going to happen. But then he's telling us right after, Q ain't got a place to stay and about to sleep on the couch, right? I think maybe like Schoolboy Q, he says, we eating off each other tray, the dollar menu amount tells you they ain't got bread. They eating off each other. They sharing food with each other. Let's go back.
Decision, ride the beat or ride in the hearse. Now Punch is my mentor, Top Dog is the coach, J-Rock is my older brother. I was there when he wrote his name on his record deal. We had figured the coast would live on a pedestal once the shit hit the stove. Found ourselves scrambling, trying to figure it out. Soul told me that the record shop about to go on the drought. Q ain't got a place to stay, about to sleep on the couch. We eating off each other, trade the dollar menu amount. Meanwhile, the coast going hard at each other. The younger rappers that wanted some of the OG's comfort, but I ain't need it. I never screamed out the New West, I didn't believe it. They broke each other down, I was planning out my achievement.
Okay, so it sounded like a lot of people at the time were fighting. You know, like I said this in the part one, I think all that fighting between the older generation not wanting to get respect to the new generation, and then the newer generation of rappers not getting respect from the older ones, caused a little bit of a rift. But I think people like Kendrick, J. Cole, some of these new rappers, Drake, even him, has normalized being a OG and still working. I was give Eminem credit for that too, and kind of breaking that cycle of people, the older generation just hitting on the younger ones. But at this time, I do remember it was still around 2012, 13, 14. It was really a split between the OGs who was already there and the new guys. A lot of them weren't budging. Except Kendrick. Kendrick was one of the few rappers that actually got a lot of OGs to give them credit.
Some of the OG's comfort, but I ain't need it. I never screamed out the New West, I didn't believe it. They broke each other down, I was planning out my achievements. I need to separate myself to stand out. I need a better way to take your fans now. I need to kill you motherfuckers dead. Yellow tips ain't at your head. I'll be damned if the chopper jam now.
Yeah, it's funny how he like echoed these sentiments in the Control verse, where he said, what he said? I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core friend never hurt you niggas. I don't want to hear one more now and a verb for you niggas. You know, it's interesting to hear like a lot of sentiments he was expressing earlier, and then reiterated in case you didn't hear it in the song. He made sure y'all heard it that time. So I think he's saying like, you know, he's being figurative, not being literal.
To kill you motherfuckers dead. Yellow tips ain't at your head. I'll be damned if the chopper jam now. And we never asked for no handouts in the midst of it all. I recall a call when you said how we can never resolve in the Hall of Fame. And I went to trial with a pipe and rifle. I play the game as I plan blow. Holla back at me, nigga. And if they said that I'm the one, why you asking me, nigga? Cause when the whole world see you as Pac, reincarnated enough pressure to make you just open the book of David and...
Okay, interesting. So now he's going back to how he started off the song and talking about, instead of you know, he said when the whole world see is Pac reincarnated, it's enough pressure to make you live your life sedated and da 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 da. Now he's coming back to it and telling us what else it make him feel like. Okay. That whole line before, I think it was pretty straightforward in terms of like the killing, the bars, game. And I like that part he said, and if they said that I'm the one, why you asking me, nigga? It's like, how many OGs gotta call me him and say I'm the next up before you? And I'm saying, why you asking me what I think about myself? They already told you who they passing the torch to. Literally, you know, I remember there was literally a concert or something where Snoop Dogg, Lupe Fiasco, a bunch of the other OGs all like handed Kendrick the torch, right? So I think that's kind of what he's referring to.
World see you as Pac, reincarnated enough pressure to make you just open the book of David and pray to God that you make it or live your life in the matrix. Cause falling off is a sickness. I heard that it's quite contagious. I need to separate my
word to J. Cole, the fall off on the way.
myself to stand out. I need a better way to take your fans now. I need to kill you motherfuckers dead. Yellow tips ain't at your head. I'll be damned if the chopper jam now.
It's just so interesting to hear how much he refined his skills even between the first The Heart part one and this one. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like, to me, he was starting off at such a like skill set and level, but I mean, you could definitely hear like his flow is a lot more refined. Even though it was still really good, you could just still hear a clear difference. Like, the skill level was just elevated.
And we never asked for no handouts. I take you back to that pack of black and
Oh
mounts
wait,
in my hand.
what's this? This is this J-Rock? Absol? I don't
And
know.
now, in the midst of it all, was cooking and pots and pans
Hold on,
out.
who's this?
Looking forward as four was forced to
This
form a new
Absol?
clan now.
Yeah,
Fast
it is.
forward as
Okay,
I
okay, it is Absol.
wait in line for this passport. The homies was still poor, but working the Jansport. Whoever thought that Rosenberg mentioned me to Drake, even Vanessa from Double XL that told him press play. And there
Oh
goes
yeah, didn't J. Cole say he was trying to get Dr. Dre to sign Kendrick too? I think something like that. Y'all let me know in the comments. Whoever thought that Rosenberg would mention me to Dre, even Vanessa from Double XL, I told him press play. Is that the one he was when he was trying to get J. Cole's spot at the Double XL? Oh, he was on the next year. Okay, he was on the next year in the 2011. Okay, cool. Or 2012. 2011 or 2012. They're saying is he's one of the founders of the freshman class. Oh, okay.
my fate. Now I'm on the stage with Snoop. Gave me the torch and
Oh,
I
there
ran
you go.
with it.
He's talking about it.
In high pursuit, rap with my forefathers, even wreck it with God got two. Lyricists of the year, fuck am I supposed to do? Rock. Laughing at you niggas out there who thought we was flukes. Saturated shit, we rap,
Yep,
that came
that's
true.
J-Rock.
Thought I was aggravated, but Warner had let me loose. I was honored, see they was haunted when Mike Jones didn't recoup. Cool. Cause niggas won't outdo us in the booth. Even when my album leaked, fans still buy it for proof. I came, I saw, I conquered. No shame, I blame all of this on Compton. Thinking about when Shireen tried to set me up. Cold game full circle, they set up. I put my life in these 12 songs, my fight in these 12 songs. The fight to ignite every wrong and right that I prolong. The story.
Interesting. I find that the way he ended that line interesting right here. Because you would think he would say they set her up, right? Because they set me up, then they set her up, but then like this to me exemplifies his skill with like his mastery in terms of the tone, syllables, the sounds. I say vocal acrobats, right? The obvious basic bar would have been or rhyme scheme, whatever you want to call it, would be set me up and then leading it to set her up, right? But look at how he delivered that. How he was even like, if you just read the words, like they set up her, but he didn't say her. He said her, almost like up. Like he made the her sound like the up from before. So he's not like, if he would have did set me up, set her up, it wouldn't have rhymed, right? It would have made sense, but it wouldn't have rhymed. So in order to make it rhyme, he changes the pronunciation of the her to her to play off up. I just think that stuff like that is just genius, mastermind level in terms of like your understanding of music, sounds, you know, words. I call it like bending words to make them rhyme. And to me, that is one of Kendrick's superpowers. It's a few other people. I would say Eminem's really good at it. Y'all let me know any other people y'all can think of in the comments that's really good at doing that word bend, because that's, to me, is a perfect example of what I was talking about.
Tried to set me up, cold game full circle, they set up. I put my life in these 12 songs, my fight in these 12 songs. The fight to ignite every wrong and right that I prolong. The story, the short film, the glory of him and them. The worry of mothers that don't recover when babies killed. The trial and the tribulation, the new miseducation. The view of a body wasted, you knew somebody ain't make it. The angry, the adolescent. The reason I asked this question, will you let hip hop die on October 22nd?
Okay, is that when his album was coming out? I'm guessing that's when his album came out. So let me click Genius. Oh, yep. Okay. And man, look at how legendary that album was.
Will you let hip hop die on October 22nd?
Well, the answer is no. They didn't. They tried to kill it. He has rescued hip hop once again with this battle with Drake as of right now in 2024. He has tried to revive hip hop so many times, and what he just did artistically, you know, from this point all the way to now, to the beef, to the songs, and I mean, to me, he put himself in a completely different echelon. He was already up there in terms of some of the GOAT, but to me, Kendrick, between what he's done, his discography up to this point, plus his artistic, lyrical, musical exhibition with this Drake stuff, and even the way he strategized, I mean, to me, all that, of course, I'm biased, you know, I'm only 22, but to me, this is the GOAT. this is the GOAT in my generation. You know, we always got to pay homage and give respect to OGs. But to me, this is what evolution looks like. You know, if the genre evolves, that means usually the people that come later on that are descendants or inspired by the OGs are going to be able to have the advantage of getting to learn from them, applying it to themselves, and then adding new stuff. So to me, that's why it's not a crazy idea to be like, oh yeah, this is the GOAT. Now, how you define the GOAT depends on what you value. Personally, I value versatility, right? I value someone being able to check the marks on all the different skill sets under rap, let alone being a musician, artist, and a writer. And to me, Kendrick checks all those boxes, and not just checking it as if he's good or okay at it. He's at an elite level of so many of the skills that is important to call yourself a rapper, musician, whatever. This has been fun to go through all of the Heart series. Go check out the other two if you haven't already. This has been really cool to go back and listen to his discography and hear some of his earlier stuff. Let me know if you guys have any more recommendations. Let me know if you guys want me to react to that overly dedicated album. Drop a follow to the Twitch. The link is pinned in the comments in the description. Tap in, pull up to the stream. Let me know you're from YouTube. But until next time, you guys, this has been Ciara in the Bonus with the Heart Part 3 reaction. And we're out. Oh, I also will be re-reacting to the Heart Part 4 current day in 2024 to see what it sounds like now after seeing all this stuff play out, because from what I remember, he said a lot of things in that record that I remember to this day. I could still randomly quote you know, parts of it. My fans can't wait for me to send you a punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll be playing your punk ass. You a scared little bitch. Tiptoeing around my name, nigga. You laying when I get you. Tell me you were just playing. I was just playing, K-Dog. You know a nigga ride with you, bro. What the fuck you sound like the last nigga I know? Might end up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't want to crash, nigga, I know. Like, come on, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I've been a Kendrick fan since I was a kid. So, like, I want to go back and listen to that. So check out for this reaction right after. We're going to go ahead and get to that. Until next time, y'all, we're out.